Hello everyone, I am Vrinda Gandhi and I'm a HundrED Youth Ambassador from India. Okay, so welcome to the webinar. And okay, we'll just wait a few minutes then. How's everyone doing? So the theme of the month is students taking lead in the field of education, and I just wanted to give a quick way how I found HundrED, and I came to know about HundrED when I was searching about all the non-profit organizations that work in the field of education, and I'm so glad that I became a youth ambassador because we have one of the most marvelous community. They all reply to my messages and all of them are great listeners. They really are passionate about education, and we have different meetings through Zoom, and we even have Edmodo through which we share our plans, share our programs, what's really going on, what we are doing, and we even get to answer some of the questions. And HundrED actually lets your voice be a part of their community, and they include your own words in different projects. For example, recently we had our Remember Earth campaign with Global Oneness Project, and our stories were read at the ISTE Conference 2019, which is amazing. So today we'll be discussing how we as students can help others, or perhaps someone who's working under us in the field of education, and if they actually want to be literate. So for example, I feel many of the people, maybe it's the cause of primitive thinking, they don't really think education is necessary, but nowadays it's a necessity. So you can actually help someone who's working under you right now. For example, maybe someone someone who's working under you, like your maid or their daughters, because they don't really have the money to actually go to school, and they actually believe that the true income lies in money, and they force their children to work under so difficult circumstances. And recently we even went to the village near my home, and we were shocked to know how the parents are illiterate, and even they are forcing their children to become illiterate. And we distributed some of the stationery items, some books, etc., to promote education. And the question that now still remains is that why is education necessary? Now, we know that there are many different non-profit organizations working with the field of education in order to promote education, and education actually gives you a platform to shape your own opinions, to actually present your own voice with confidence. So illiteracy is also the root cause of many social problems. For example, some people are not educated about water scarcity, or they don't know in general how their little actions are harming the environment on a daily basis, and they just keep doing the same thing because nobody actually takes the responsibility to tell them that, you know what, no, this is not right. People are not educated about it and not have no knowledge about it, and they don't even understand how their thinking is wrong and what can be done to improve these conditions. If you guys have any questions, you are free to put down the message board. Also, I will be continuing the discussion on how you can help, because people ask students, like they come in our school and they ask, what are you actually doing to promote education, or how can we help? So if you know someone who finds it difficult to read or write, maybe there's this person or student in your own school and nobody exactly talks to her or him because they are not they don't really score good marks, or they are not really confident enough to raise their hand, ask question. you can actually help them, just sit to them, talk to them, motivate them, and you know what, you can actually bring a change in their life. Because if they know that they have a friend that they can rely upon, if they have any query they can ask you, if they actually don't feel confident enough, you can motivate them, you can inspire them, and you can bring a change in their life. And with that, education innovations are actually also helping students nowadays. For example, there is this education innovation which I love. It's Slam Out Loud. It's a non-profit organization. It works with professional artists as well as e-learning resources which help children from disadvantaged communities to find their own voice with their creative side. They make learning so much fun, and they have right now impacted more than 1,000 children. And the next innovation is Project Defy. It's design education for yourself, because education isn't really just about acting or accepting or learning the ideologies or discoveries or inventions that were made by the great minds. It's about actually questioning the self-existence of the theories or inventions in this real world. It's about shaping your own opinion. It's about raising questions, raising your hands, and it's all about being yourself. And if we are taught about these innovations, and if we can indirectly promote them, then we can actually bring or take actions in the future accordingly. For example, I remember I was at the same village a month from now, and we were actually conducting a workshop for the children as well as the parents on environment, and we got amazing response. They were so passionate about environment, and they said that yes, they did notice these changes. For example, there was a child whose parents were farmers, and the soil had some issues, I guess, and the plant was not really growing well, and we told him maybe it's because of the pollution, maybe you're not doing it right. And the next day he came to us and he was like yes, and he actually joined our hands with that. He is also ambassador of our project. And so it's just when we are taught about things like environmental issues, climate change issues at such a young age, we can actually take actions accordingly to them from the future, because we are the new generation and we need to take actions accordingly. And the other thing is that 100 youth ambassadors do not have any age restriction, or they can be from anywhere around the world. All the ideas are welcome, and you can actually become a 100 youth ambassador by going at HundrED.org, or just follow the link in this page. Our youth ambassadors are an active community from all around the world, and we get all types of opinions, ideologies, and some have actually brought a great change. We get to hear amazing stories, we get to meet a lot of new people, and we all are passionate about education's potential and want to bring a change and be a part of the change itself. So again, if you guys have any questions, you can put down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay, then thank you so much for being part of this webinar. I was more than honored to be part of this discussion. Hope you guys to see you in the next webinar. And you can still join HundrED. Just go to HundrED.org and you can fill up the form. The applications are only open till 1st September, so you have to hurry. Thank you so much for being part. Hope you guys have a great day ahead.